My name is Rennéa Phillips, and I am in the mild mod special education credential and master's program. I actually started my journey at San Jose State in 2015. I wanted to be a teacher and just jumped right in after completing my AA at community college. I graduated in 2017 with my BA and immediately started in the special education program right after. I just finished my credential in 2020 and started my MA a little bit later, so I'm going to finish that in 2021. One of the things that I really love about San Jose State is the professors and the faculty there. They really care about the students and about us as people, and even including our home life in that. One of the best experiences that I had was actually being introduced to a nonprofit organization called Reading Partners. I had to do volunteer hours with them, and I really fell in love with their mission and what they were driving to do. After doing some volunteer work with them for volunteer hours, they asked if I was interested in working with them. I was excited and I jumped on board, and I became an AmeriCorps member for about 2 years. And after my AmeriCorps service term was up, I moved from being the volunteer coordinator to a literacy intervention tutor. I loved being able to be with the kids, and I'm really grateful for San Jose State being the one that introduced me to them. Another thing that I really love about San Jose State is the fact that I was pregnant during my first year of my credential. I didn't know how that was going to work with school. I had a lot of people telling me to take a break and just focus on being pregnant, and I didn't want to. I wanted to be in the classroom. I wanted to be at school. I loved going to class, and I loved my professors and my cohort and my peers. I just loved being there. I didn't want to stop. So I stayed, and it was really nice that when I gave birth, I was in constant communication with my professors, and we worked together to make sure that I didn't fall behind, but at the same time, I was taking care of myself and I was taking care of my newborn son. So they really just care about us as people, and I don't think I could have gotten through that semester without all of the support and help that I got. Another huge life experience started during this pandemic. It's my last semester in my credential. I was student teaching, and all of a sudden we are put in shelter in place. Moving from being able to have resources outside, like a quiet study room with my peers that I could collaborate with and talk to, changed drastically, and it turned into me being home with my toddler who had just learned how to crawl and then walk, and it became difficult to have time to myself so I could focus solely on school. The professors at San Jose State, they really worked with us. They knew that this was not our doing at all, and this was something that could potentially really affect our grades and the effort we were able to put in. So they made sure that we had all the resources, and they gave us so much of their time And it was really, I'm really grateful that they were so giving with their time, and they understood that what they asked of us in the classroom wasn't necessarily what would, they couldn't really ask of us at home anymore, because our situations have changed, and whether that be work or the people that we have around us, we weren't able to give the same amount that we would if we were in the classroom or we had libraries to go to, versus just being at home. So it was really, I'm very grateful that they really worked with us, to make sure that we got a different experience, but still a productive one that made me feel like I completed my time at San Jose State with the same standards that I would if there wasn't a pandemic. Another thing that I really appreciate about San Jose State is the fact that next year I'm going to be finishing my master's, but I wouldn't have enough classes to qualify for financial aid. Working with my counselor in the special ed department, we determined that it would probably be a good idea for me to look in different departments for courses I could take. I was able to get in touch with the CHAD department, and they informed me that me taking upper level classes in their department was not something that they had normally done. So they had to discuss it as a team. And after a few days, I got the word that I was able to take classes in their department, which was really helpful. And I'll be able to qualify for financial aid. But what I think is also really beneficial, and something I was actually worried about, was making sure that the content that I was going to get from these courses was still relevant. So I was very appreciative that the content in the CHAD department that they were giving me was something that I can still use in the classroom, and it's something that I can take with me and not just have just like a random class that I'm taking. Well, all of that together just kind of sums up my whole journey at San Jose State University, and how truly happy I am with the road I took through San Jose State, and how there's no other experience like the one I got, and I am just beyond grateful for not only the school, but the faculty and everything that comes along with it. Thank you.